Once upon a time, there lived a young couple who wished to have a child. After many years, the wife was to have a baby. While the poor couple did live near a plentiful garden, it was rumored that it was owned by an evil witch. One day, the wife looked out her window and told her husband that she was craving the giant fresh heads of lettuce in the witch's garden. Her husband was shocked and told her that they could not have the lettuce in fear of what the witch would do to them. "If I cannot have the lettuce, I will not eat anything at all." That night, the husband laid awake, pondering what to do. He made his decision and wandered into the witch's garden, successfully cutting 4 heads of lettuce. He brought them to his wife the next morning, and to his dismay, she only wanted more. He went into the garden the next night.
"What do you suppose you are doing in my garden?"
I was just picking a couple heads of lettuce for my wife. She is pregnant and will eat nothing but the lettuce that grows from your garden.
"Well, for your theft, I will punish you."
I will give you anything.
Anything? You would give me anything? Then give me the child that has been growing from the nutrients in my lettuce, and your debt will be repaid.
A few months later, the wife had her baby girl. This wasn't a happy occasion, though, as they soon had to hide the baby from the witch. They weren't successful, though, and the 2 parents had a standoff against the witch, but they failed since the witch could use magical abilities. Many years went by, and Rapunzel became restless in her tower. At this point, her hair had grown to an unimaginable length. It was long enough that Rapunzel could use it as a rope to pull the witch up to her room. Though she was visited by the witch, Rapunzel was alone for most of her time and grew lonely. She began singing from her tower as a way to pass the time. The witch wanted a little girl of her own, but had no clue of how to take care of her. As a result of that, the girl's hair grew long and became a wondrous sight. Rapunzel would constantly beg for the witch to let her go outside, but the witch always refused. One day, as Rapunzel was singing, a prince rode through the woods and heard her melodious voice. He rode up to the base of the tower and wondered how someone was ever to get in or out.
"Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair."
Rapunzel threw down her hair and the witch climbed up. The prince took note of the strange call and waited until the witch had left until he stepped out from behind the tree and walked up to the tower.
"Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair."
Rapunzel was expecting the witch and was surprised when the prince walked through the window.
"Who are you and why are you here?"
"I have heard your voice, and I had to meet with a fair maiden responsible for the beautiful melodies that have filled these woods."
"It does not matter. The witch says that those who come from the outside world are evil and only live by the rules of war."
"Has she told you of the wonderful things in life? Of love?
"No."
Do you want me to tell you of them?"
"Please do."
"Can I come back?"
"Please do. I am here every day and your stories have brought me more joy than I have felt in my entire life."
For the rest of the day, the prince told Rapunzel of the beautiful things of the outside world. As the night drew near, Rapunzel told the prince he must leave as not to be caught in the tower by the witch. Rapunzel was acting suspicious as the witch entered the home. She asked Rapunzel if anybody had been there, and Rapunzel said no. As she searched around, she found some of the prince's things and locked Rapunzel up. The next day, the prince reached the top of the tower and was surprised to see the witch in Rapunzel's place.
"Who are you, and what have you done with Rapunzel?"
"Don't worry about her. You will never see her again."
The witch pushed the prince out of the window. He fell all the way down and landed in spiky bushes which cut out his eyes, blinding him. The witch left the tower to end the prince's life, and as she left, Rapunzel unlocked the cellar door and climbed out the window. Rapunzel, seeing that her prince had been blinded, cried. Her tears fell into his eyes, healing them.
"My dearest Rapunzel, you've only gotten more beautiful for the time that I have been blinded. Let's run away together. I am a prince, and you will be my princess."
"It would be my pleasure."
The prince and princess finally escaped the witch's grasp and ran away from the tower as fast as they could. They founded a new kingdom and lived as benevolent rulers happily ever after.